What's going on YouTube? Snakebite here, and today we're going to be talking about more Halo Infinite news. It's just going to be full cam and onto an article. I'm not going to do any gameplay or anything like that because I don't want to have a time limit on this video. When I record over gameplays, I try to make it all line up, obviously, with the amount of time that the gameplay is actually going. So basically, we're going to be talking about more news for Halo Infinite. Like I mentioned, I got to give credit to where credit is due. Hidden Spiria found out this info and potential info, I guess you would call it. So the tweet that I'm referring to will be in the description below. Go check out his content. And then I'm just going to be talking about what's in the article. I'll bring it up here in a second. I'll read it through for everybody, and then I'll give kind of my thoughts. Okay, so I'm actually not going to read through all of this. Hidden Spiria was nice enough to go ahead and highlight the things that I kind of wanted to talk about. Basically, we already know about the armor coding because we talked about it last time. We talked about it in, I say last time, but in one of our last videos. You know, this one here, it's the equivalent of $5 value. The interesting thing that he notices through this article, or however it is that he found it, is there is a player emblem, which is the equivalent to, or the value of $2. This is another armor coding, and then an armor emblem, which is really interesting because it seems like, obviously, in terms of in-game content, you know, the game's going to be free to play, and we keep talking about that, and, you know, all the in-game content they're going to put with it, but it seems like they're really focusing on in-game cosmetics. The fact that player emblems are a thing and armor emblems is a thing, I find really interesting. The other good thing to really note, obviously, it's a limit to one account, basically offer of one per person per email address, so you can't just share codes, which is really cool. So that's the info for this video. I'm going to go ahead and talk about my thoughts on it. I would love to know what you guys think. I'm going to keep saying that throughout the video because I love reading the comment section and seeing how everyone feels about it. But yeah, it really interesting to see. Obviously, we knew about the codings. Now to see player emblems are a thing, as well as armor emblems, things are gonna get very interesting. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I have mixed feelings about all the different things happening in Infinite. Like I said in the last video, if you didn't, I can link it down in the description about the armor codings. I would definitely watch that video first before you dive any further into this one, because you need to understand what armor coding is and understand the in-game content that they're going to be putting out, the value of it. Obviously, they're taking away some customization and adding in basically skins and in-game cosmetics that you need to pay for. So I have mixed feelings about it because I defend it slightly of the fact that the game is going to be free to play, and I'm not really mad. Since the game is going to be free to play. What I mentioned in the other video, I'm going to keep kind of referencing that, is every game is different. Every Halo game is different. Every game you play is different. So I'm not, with the armor coding, I'm not super frustrated or mad that this customization is being taken away. And I understand why other people are, but for me personally, I'm not. You know, it's just not something that's been super important to me. And not only that, I don't have the full details on it. So I just kind of wait until the game comes out to make my, you know, I don't know, my conclusion of how I feel overall. But I guess, you know, if I had to say, it would be, I don't really mind, and we'll just see where it goes, right? Especially with the game being free to play, I'm not being picky whatsoever. And I'm really happy that it's free to play, so I'm not one of those people that, you know, I've seen this comment a lot, and I'm not trying to, like, take a shot at anyone, but I see the comment a lot of, like, well, I'd rather spend $60 on a game and have all the customization. And it's like, for me, I'm the complete opposite, because I'm so involved in Halo esports and wanting Halo to be, not even just Halo esports, but just wanting Halo to be a big game again. Free to play is 100% for me the way to go, because we need as many people as possible to dive into this game. And if it's amazing, good things can happen. But this has kind of become the wave, I feel like, the free to play in-game content. It's kind of become the thing. Now, just so you understand what we're referring to, so basically, you know, you got the, my webcam is blocking it. Sorry, hold on. I can move this here. For the player emblem, I assume most people probably know what that is. Like, so when you're playing Halo and you could pick, for me, I use the snake because snake bite, you know, go figure. You know, that is a player emblem. And then Armour emblem, I assume, will be, I don't necessarily know, but we're thinking that you could probably start customizing your Spartan. You're going to be able to get an armor coating, and then you're going to have emblems that you can kind of put on your gun. If you played Call of Duty Warzone, I reckon it's probably going to be something like just kind of like stickers on your armor, maybe. Now, I have mixed feelings because I understand where the frustration comes in of people feeling like it's just going to be so much money thrown at things. You know, it's going to be so much money to get your armor coating, get your armor coating, get your player emblem, get your weapon skin, get your armor emblem. You know, so I understand that kind of thought process of why this is becoming a bit strange and maybe even a bit like excessive. But for me, at least, the only thing that is stopping me from saying this is a bad idea or I don't really like this or anything like that is just a matter of, well, how much content is going to be free? Because just because these codes here, you got the player emblem, the armor emblem, and the armor coating, just because that these have a direct dollar value, I could be wrong, doesn't mean that there isn't going to be in-game content that is free that you get through playing the game. Because ultimately, I think that that's a really important step for Halo Infinite. You know, the same way I always kind of reference Warzone and Call of Duty because I really, really find it interesting for them. I don't want to say, I'm going to look up here in a second, but I find it interesting for them because I have played a good amount of Call of Duty Warzone and I have never bought in-game content ever. And the reason being is because I play quite on and off of it. It's not my most favorite game, but I do really enjoy it. But you get loads of in-game content for free through just playing the game. Now, the reason why I find Call of Duty Warzone so interesting is because I've never, like I said, I have never, ever, ever bought in-game content for it. But then, you know, this is a Google search. I don't know how accurate it is, so take it how you will. Warzone and Modern Warfare made over $500 million off microtransactions. Activision has revealed just how successful Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Call of Duty Warzone have been, with microtransactions in-game making almost $500 million over the last 3 months. That was in August 12th, 2020. So you kind of get where I'm coming from with, if the game has great free in-game content, I don't have a problem with this dollar value amount being a thing for specific armor coatings, emblems, player emblems. I don't love it for player emblems, armor coatings and stuff like that. I kind of like am a little bit more lenient for it. It's definitely interesting to see the armor emblems and the player emblems and think that you would have to pay for it. Don't get me wrong, I do feel that way. But if there's a lot of in-game content, a lot of free in-game content that you can achieve and unlock, I'm not super mad about it because at least you have that option. You have the option to say, I don't want to pay for this. I don't play the game enough. So I'm not going to buy it, but I play the game enough to get these free unlocks that make my game a more enjoyable experience through the cosmetics that are free. And selfishly, the one thing that I am actually interested in is how much of this, I'm probably completely wrong on this part, but there's a lot of cool features for Halo esports in this. Obviously, when I see this customization, I see things that esports organizations are going to be allowed to customize through the in-game content. So that makes me excited for that, but you didn't necessarily need everything to be, a dollar value for that to happen. So I'm not really referencing it as a good thing, but it is interesting at least. But nonetheless, that is kind of my thoughts on it. Sum it up real quick. Don't love it, don't hate it. If they have a lot of great in-game content, I don't mind. A lot of great free in-game content that you unlock through playing, through campaign, through multiplayer, whatever it is. I want to be able to unlock skins, armor coatings, player emblems, armor emblems without spending $1, and then everything after that will be an added bonus and be my choice. I'm really interested to know what you all think. Feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section. It's been really, really interesting to see kind of like the differential. I feel like most people kind of agree with me on my last video about it. You know, about not really minding and just not minding the armor coding and just wanting to see the gameplay and being way more focused on that. But with this news and this article, I feel like people are probably going to be a little bit more upset, and understandably so, because without actually receiving full news, we don't know where this is going, right? So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Appreciate all the love on the videos as always. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.